think the question should be, how happy are they to lose me?
Walker had to time that one perfectly. Look at that.
Hi, I'm Scott Carson from Manchester City.
Hi, I'm Kyle Walker, and this is E and bringing you closer to Manchester City. So my first question to you, Mr. Carson, from Tristan from the UK. Hi, Tristan. How close could you get to me in a sprint race?
You know I'm quite fast though, don't you?
Here we go. Here's another one.
We've got a story about this, haven't we?
Yeah, you're not bad.
I beat Zinchenko from the byline to halfway line.
Yep, you did.
So
on camera.
On camera, yeah.
I'm not Zinchenko.
No, I reckon if you give me 30 yards.
No, 20. I think you're quicker than Rodri.
25 yards.
25, done deal. We'll try it.
Right, you dear from India with a question. How do you keep retaining the same pace? Is it due to consistent training or willpower? And are there any youngsters in the squad coming for your crown?
Who's the guy that we played today who was good, wasn't he? He was quick.
He was rapid, wasn't he?
The Portuguese. Carlos. Yeah, Carlos. In the development squad that is very quick. My training, I think, I do try and keep up a general maintenance of the training, but I think it's down to genetics. Genes from my mum and dad, which has helped me become as quick as I am as well. Essa from Jordan, what is the one song you'll never get bored of?
I think there's only one song now.
What is it?
We all like it, don't we? After a win.
Yeah.
Or after a good night, we always get it on, and it's Tiffany. I think we're alone now.
Yep.
We all like that one, don't we?
Lovely song, great song.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dalu from Nigeria.
Yep.
Who is the toughest forward who you have ever faced? Or winger, should we say winger?
Winger. The toughest winger I've come across, I think Sadio Mane's up there in recent years, but before he probably picked up his form with Liverpool and gone on to do what he's done now, probably be Nasri, Samir Nasri.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very tricky winger when I used to play against Man City. Lived in pockets, and the young Kyle didn't know whether to go in or get tight, or, and he used to just pick up the ball in silly areas and punish us. So I'd say recent times Sadio Mane, but in the early days were definitely Samir Nasri. Okay, Mohammed from Oman. What is your favourite player of all time and why?
I think I just have to go back to probably when I was a kid. My hero was Peter Schmeichel. Even now, I still think he was probably one of the best keepers that the Premier League's ever seen, and I'd have to say Peter Schmeichel.
Not a bad keeper, is it? Really? No.
Right, Stephen from the UK. What's your ritual about having a sip of water before every game and then spraying it into the air?
I started it when I was in the youth team at Sheffield United. And I think it was a running joke that me and my friend used to do because we used to watch WWE. So we both used to do it.
Oh, who was it? Someone did it, didn't
Triple H.
Was it Triple H?
Yeah, Triple H. So I've started it from then, and I've just carried it on throughout the years. So yeah, from WWE.
Just psychs you up now, doesn't it? I see you can...
It gets me going. It's time to play the game, isn't it? All right, Haifa from Egypt. What superpower would you like to have?
Invisible. I'd like to be invisible sometimes.
Won't we all?
We all think we're invisible sometimes.
Sometimes.
I think definitely I'd love to be invisible sometimes.
Yep.
Pafi Crit from India. What's your best memory with the team?
First Carabao Cup was always a memory for me because it was the first major trophy that I won in England. Being at Tottenham for so long and getting so close to come here and do that against Arsenal was a big satisfaction for me. But then also I look back at that year as well and winning the Premier League for the first time. What we've just done in the recent years and win the Premier League again, it still feels the same. So I've got a lot of memories here, but I definitely think the Carabao Cup.
First trophy.
Yeah, just winning that first trophy and getting it off the board was definitely a good one. We've got Patrick from Zambia. How excited are you to be able to play alongside the City's new signings?
I think the question should be, how happy are they to lose me? Earl's just signed and he keeps looking for me on the five-a-sides.
Yeah.
Scott, I want to come on your team.
Scott Carson doesn't lose on five-a-sides. So everyone always tries to get on his team. Pulled some great saves out today.
I've pulled Big Earl. He knows the score now.
Manager were buzzing.
Maybe another deal in the pipeline.
One more year, it starts again.
Right, Ahmed from Iraq. What's the hardest game you've ever played in?
Probably one at Anfield, just because of the environment and their supporters, the crowd, you know, they get onto you, and they've always got good players. And probably the Champions League in the first season was a very tough one there. So I'd definitely say Anfield.
Anfield.
Yeah, Anfield. Robert from the UK. Since you're known as a bit of a joker in the dressing room, tell us your best joke.
No, it's too long.
No, it's so long.
Way too long.
It's so long. No, Scott's
I
just
don't
old
tell
school.
jokes.
He's old school and very impulsive, like, and he's quick. He's quick at things. So as soon as something's happening in the changing room, he'll be the first one to jump on something, and he'll make me laugh.
So I'll just have a laugh.
Yeah, and when his laugh gets going, when that gets going, that's when it's funny.
Ezra from Kenya.
Yep.
You are known as one of the pranksters in the squad. Who is the easiest to wind up, and what's your best prank?
I say you're always egging me on in these pranks. If I'm doing something or I'm causing some sort of mischief, Scott Carson's always behind it, egging me on. Who's the easiest to wind up? Probably Cancelo.
There's quite a few, isn't there?
Yeah,
They get easy.
Cancelo can go, Rodri can go quite easy. Laporte, he could be at the top of the tree.
The best one we used when we went through a stage of the socks, wasn't it? The socks and boxes. That
yeah,
was the
I did
best
that.
one. We'll have to get that back out.
Yeah, that was funny. So we started cutting holes
It's
in
really
people.
not funny, but it was funny. It's not funny, but it was
So people
so funny.
were coming in, and me and Scott were cutting holes in people's socks for about a good 2 weeks. But people were like arguing and nearly fighting with each other because they thought, like, obviously people were cutting holes, but it was...
I think I only just come as well, not long.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even getting the blame.
And I dragged him in, I was like, it's me. I was like, you've got to cut a few because they're expecting it's me. And he
Then
started cutting.
the DP'd come out in
Yeah,
the
then DP
underpants.
in the box shorts. Yeah, so
They're
it was
the
funny.
old classics in football dressing rooms.
Yeah, well, you know what? We're going to start the cutting socks today.
Yeah.
It's the first pair, John Stones.
Senelli from South Africa. Imagine you were going on a team holiday. Who from the group is A, the airport dad?
Ruben Diaz,
Yeah, 100%. The cultural explorer.
Bernardo Silva,
The sun worshipper.
Ruben Diaz,
The life of the party.
Scott Carson. Scott Carson or John Stones. In fact, no, what was the sun one?
The sun worshipper.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Kev can't go in the sun.
No, he can. Put factor 100 on.
Factor 100.
So we got Kevin is a sun worshipper, got Ruben as the dad, Bernardo as the...
Cultural explorer.
Yeah, and then you're as the...
Life of the party.
Yep, there we go. Alexander from Cyprus. You are always credited by the other players for your big personality and your role in the dressing room. How nice is it to hear that from your teammates, and how would you describe the bond within the team?
It's always nice to hear good things like that's been said. It's the way the group is, because like I said, there's no egos. That made it really easy for me. Obviously, the first few weeks when I come in, I just pretended I was on my phone for a couple of weeks, looking at nothing. But,
There's no signal in the dressing room, and he definitely didn't have the Wi-Fi password. So what was you doing?
I was still in the group, the keepers WhatsApp group at Derby, and just sat on my phone pretending I'm messaging people. But no, it's always like I keep saying, it's a great dressing room. Everyone gets on really well. There's always banter flying around. No one takes it too seriously, apart from when we get outside, and then it's a different ball game. Right, he's Victoria from UK. Is it nice to have a third Yorkshireman in the squad? Is Calvin settling in well?
Yeah, I think he's doing well, obviously. Play with him at England, and I think you can see from how he is around the place, he's just a great guy. I think more Yorkshiremen the betters. But it's as Scott keeps on saying, he's not just saying it because he's in front of the cameras. I think this group is such an easy group. Everyone gets along with everyone, and even with the signings that we've signed, recently with Erling and stuff, he just fit in and kind of just gel with the team, and with the success that we've had over the years, it's kind of the team is the bigger picture in everything. It's not just certain individuals, and I think that's what gets you over the line and makes you succeed and achieve what we've achieved. So yeah, Calvin's fitted in fantastically well. Just long may hopefully can get on the pitch, get some minutes now, and prove that he was going to be a great signing for Man City.